Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Nessie and I'm checking out the world called Boulder Canyon. The description is this big world has a lot to offer, from the suburbs to mountain mansions, the tiny city centre, some apartment buildings. You will find houses from California, New England, Colorado, Norway and more. So obviously there's a lot of variety going on here. And this is the world. My first sort of impressions are kind of like Lucky Palms meets Hidden Springs, that sort of thing. And I don't know if this is meant to be sort of similar to like the Grand Canyon, Arizona, that sort of thing. I've never been there before, so you'll have to let me know if that's what it resembles, but that's what I assumed the name sort of was inspired by. And it's got this, massive river running through it, the sort of lush areas and the rocky desert areas. I'd say it's like a medium world, but with lots of residential lots anyway. So if you want to find this, just go to the Sims 3 website, go to the exchange, look at Boulder Canyon on the world section and you'll find it and be able to download it. So this was created by Stony206. So yeah, this is their creation that we're checking out today, and this is actually a populated world. There's only actually 8 families, but it's nicer than starting with nothing. So up here we've got the Windsor family, then we've got the Foxworthy family. Further down there's the Wagner family, Tanabe family, the Williams family, the Laws, the McMullen and the Roseland. So I'm not actually going to show you the families because I think, if you download this world, it's nice to have a bit of a surprise and figure out who all these people are. So they're the only houses I'm not going to check out. What I'm going to check out is all of the starter homes, which I'm going to do now, and then further down the line just all the houses in general, so you can get a kind of feel for the area. So this is the first starter home. It's like a cute little cul-de-sac. I love that. Really pretty colours, and there's not much going on inside the house. It's quite bare. I guess that's how it's so affordable, but that's okay because when you're starting off it's quite nice. That's just, I think, an apartment from Bridgewater, so I didn't show that because if you've got the Bridgewater town, then you probably know what those look like. This is another starter. It's very green, but it's got like quite a cute courtyard, so that was quite nice. Then this one you can't actually purchase furnished, but I'll show you this. It's so you can technically move in, you just don't have any furniture. So it's a really interesting shape. I really love all the geometry around the place. And this was so cute. There's like little ledges above the bedroom where they've got all like candles and plants. I've never actually seen that done before, and I've never done it myself, so that's really cute. The rest of the rooms don't actually look like they've got wallpaper on those, so it's a little bit unfinished. This is the Friends apartment. If you've watched Friends, which I have probably too many times to be honest, it's really cute that someone put this in the downtown area. So it looks like we basically just got Monica and Rachel's apartment. I have actually made a friend's apartment in Sims before, but it had like Joey and Chandler's apartment on the opposite side, so it's only Rachel and Monica's, but it's still very cute. Here are some more apartments. These are like the ones that you can have random other Sims living next to you, and that's your like little bit. This one here where you've got a really cute like roof garden area for a barbecue overlooking the city area, so I do really like that. Again, you can't purchase that furnished though, so it is what it is. Then this one's just called Brownie, but I think it's more beige than brown to be honest, but that's cute. Nice little area to start off with. And then this is Pinky, so there's some sort of colour theme going on here, but this is actually very pink. It's really cute. It's got like, obviously with the palm tree outside of it, tropical vibes, but again not overly furnished because it is just a starter. You don't really, if you want to go with the starter home, you're not gonna have the quickest start in life, but it is quite cute. So they're all the starter ones. There are some empty lots that you could, I guess, just start from scratch, build your own thing in, which is nice that there's that space. So I'm just going to start off in the house that I first showed you, and now I'm just going to look around all the other houses, go around kind of in order as much as I can. So this is the house at the end of the cul-de-sac, quite cute. I will be using Master Controller to look in all of these houses, but I have cut like every other time I use Master Controller out, so you don't have to like watch that every time. But yeah, this is a really cute house. There's loads of rooms, it's a good space for a growing family, and I do like that attic area. You could have like maybe not a pool table, what's the other one, like a ping pong table or something up there. I think that would fit, so that's quite cute. And then this is like a really nice little blue house. I mean, I like the landscaping they've done as well. It's really nice with all the rocks around the trees, and the colours they've used inside are really nice, like warm sort of colours. So that's quite a pretty house. This one was so interesting with the little area, which is like partly roofed, but you've still got a little space for your telescope and a little sofa hangout area. It's really cute. And yeah, that's kind of moderately furnished, but yeah, very like modern style house, and this is more of a traditional house at the end of the road. So I love the split stairing. I mean, if you've ever done that in Sims, you'll know that it's not the easiest option, so I love it when people put that like extra effort in, because it wasn't super simple. But yeah, we'll look at the other side of the road now. So this house again is a little bit more on the traditional side, and a bit like plain inside, I'd say. It's got some pops of colour for like a bit of personality, but on the whole you can kind of, if you move into that house, you could make it your own sort of thing. Again, this house is very beige, kind of like I guess like more of a English sort of style house in a way, that like in England that would be classed as a massive house, but yeah, it kind of gives me that sort of vibe. And then at the end, I love like how they do the bit in front of the door, like it's like this little entrance part. It's really nice. And this is more, I guess, traditional furniture inside, but yeah, I think that one's like a really pretty house. Just it's like more traditional, but yeah, that's like the top area, and there are a couple more houses. So that's where the Foxworthies live. There is this little park area which is really cute, and if you lived in this house, obviously you could go to that park really easily. When I looked in here, I was like, oh, it's empty. But you know what? It's not the worst thing to have like these sorts of houses where you can just put your own stamp on it, and someone's done the shell for you, and all you have to do is all the furnishing. So if you prefer to do that, you've got that option as well, which is nice. This is like a lookout area with a chess set, so there's something to do, bits and bobs dotted around. And this house reminded me of like, I don't know, like 1950s, is it atomic sort of style, like Fallout 4, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's quite a cute house in the middle of like this crater, which I thought was like really cute. There's no other houses like that, so it's quite unique even in this world. These are some more apartments. I like that they've given the option for apartments, and if you didn't see before, I did a how to build your own apartment sort of video, so this is possible to make yourself. But yeah, it's quite nice that you could just live in there and have like neighbours next door. That's quite cute. And then we're just gonna have a little look at this house over here. So again, this house is like an apartment style house, so you'll have like a random townie living next door, but it's also like an actual just normal family house as well, so that's like a really nice setup. And you know, your side has a pool, so I think you got the better end of the stick there. But yeah, I really like how they've like done the different coloured rooms, so yeah, that's a quite nice style of apartment. There's a lot of variety in this town. This city area has a lot of things like the hospital, the town hall, you know, that sort of thing dotted around. And this again is a very interesting shape for a home, so it's obviously on the more modern side. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm not sure which packs this needs. I think it's all of them, and I didn't even recognise this TV. I think it might be CC, but I think it also might be some sort of weird Lifetime Wish TV. I'm really not sure. If you've seen that TV before, let me know, because I really think I have never seen it before. But yeah, that was one of the starter homes we've already checked out, so now we're just checking out the neighbouring houses. So this is like a really kind of like a corridor home with the way they've done that, but the back garden's really pretty with all the flowers there, and you know, I think there's more to be said about the garden for this house. And this one next door, it's actually more townhouse style, this one, so not, you know, again, none of them are really the same looking, which is a nice thing. You know, I think I'd probably have liked it if there'd have been more families, pre-made families. So we've got, like, you know, like I said, we're saying the police station, bistro, town hall, school over there. So this is more of a community area. And this is a very cool house. This is obviously like an ultra modern mansion, and I like the way it's raised up like that. And I don't know if you just saw before, but it has like a green pool. I'm not really sure what the reference is there, because I think it's the only one with like a really weird coloured pool. But yeah, that's certainly a strange option to go for. And next door to that, there's this other little park area similar to one above, you know, this area of the town. So that's quite nice that there's lots of little places for kids. And then across the road you've got the spa, the supermarket, and then the business centres as well. They actually have 2 business centres placed, and I'm not sure if that's for the symmetry of it, but yeah, that's a bit of a strange thing. So this is another apartment style, this time with like elevators, and we'll just go up here and have a little look. So yeah, definitely more modern. You know, I can imagine this is more expensive than some of the other ones we've seen. Again, like it's in, like, you know, the prime location in the middle of the city, so that's quite a nice place. So yeah, that's what I was saying about there being 2 like business areas. And in the middle, you might notice something. Sim McDoodle's restaurant. Now, what do we think this is? I'll tell you, it's a McDonald's. They've made a McDonald's. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I've never ever seen, I mean, I don't know actually for a fact that this person made this lot. I mean, they might have downloaded it and placed it in their world that they made, but it's really cool. I have seen as well on aroundthesims.com an actual McDonald's CC pack, so if you had that and put that in, I mean, that's the real deal there. That's quite impressive. So yeah, I absolutely love that, and I did actually save that lot for my town because I just thought it was so funny. This is like the main big park. I guess it's kind of got like a Japanese feel to it. I don't know if it's just the cherry blossom trees, but yeah, there's something about it which is quite zen. So yeah, I love that. And there's obviously all the chess tables again, little park area. So yeah, very nice lot for your Sims to visit. And I think we haven't checked out these apartments, and I believe they're apartments. So yeah, these are ones we haven't had a look at. I don't know, I feel like these, I don't know if any of you have been to Centre Parks, but these are kind of like remind me of the more expensive, like sort of, what are they called, like a rental apartment places that you can stay in. But yeah, that's like really nice, the sort of lodge style. But yeah, again, you can have random Sims that will move in next to you if you decide to live there, which is quite cool. And this reminded me of like a big cottage on the top of the like cliffside, which I thought was like a really cool place to live. And the basement area is like done in a special way, so it joins to the back garden. So I love it when people do that. Again, it's not like super easy to do, so it's like extra effort to do that. And the living room area is really cute as well. And then the beams above the kitchen, it's all quite like, you know, extra fancy. So I do love how they've done that. It's not like a half effort build, you know, they've really tried, or they've downloaded someone else's really good build. But I think most of these worlds are usually, you know, the creator puts their heart and soul into it, and every building is made by them. You know, obviously I don't know for a fact that's what happened, but you know, they had a vision, and usually they do everything to make it, you know, come to life. So this is a really nice house. It's quite a big house for, you know, a lot of generations. And the pool, like, I love the wacky shape in onto the pool. I never really do that, but I think it was like, it looks really interesting. Like, you know, I probably need to do that more often, because I usually make really bog standard like rectangular builds. So this one is I don't know what style this was. I know in the description they mentioned they were doing loads of different styles, and I don't know which one this one takes after. But again, this one's like not furnished that much, which if you do like to, you know, do all the furnishing yourself, obviously there's a few houses that give you that opportunity, which is nice. So you know, the shell of that house was very nice anyway. These houses are really cute. I feel like these are like the Norway reference, because these do remind me of those sorts of houses. I think, like, you know, from Aurora Skies, that sort of place. I love the fact there's a blue one and a red one, and you know, they're the only ones actually in this world that are of this style. But you know, I think actually they look really good there on the cliffside. So even though the rest of the styles are totally different, it kind of blends in a way. So yeah, a really nice layout of this home. I really like the balconies that it's got. Yeah, I could easily save that home for Aurora Skies. I think it would fit in really nicely. So there's an area here which I'm not going to show you until the end, because it's a surprise. It's really cool, but yeah, I'm just going to leave that as a nice thing for the end of the video, so you can you know, definitely see there's some cool things in this world. Over here there's just like, you know, the military base. We'll have a little look at the graveyard real quick. So it doesn't have like loads of graves in it. You wouldn't necessarily expect that with a world with only 8 families anyway, but they did like grave markings, so you know where everything's going to go. And again, the landscaping is so neat on this house, like how they've done all the rocks. They've done that on like quite a few houses, and the only thing that I didn't love about that one was the kitchen, but every other room was just so nice. This again is just really, really neat. I love how they've done all like the edging, and it's got a really nice, you know, back garden, the pool, the barbecue area. You know, it'd be quite a nice place to live, that one. So we'll just have a little look upstairs, and there's not actually any furnished bedrooms upstairs, which is very interesting. The rest of the house was fully furnished. So yeah, if you move your sim in there, just be aware you'll need to give them some bedrooms quite soon. So yeah, this is the house across the road, and this again is fully furnished, and they've done the really nice split level stairing, and this does have the bedrooms. So yeah, that's really nice. A really nice pool again. Like this person's so good at doing landscaping. I feel like that's something I could do more of. It really does complete the look of a property, so you know, that's really nice. This one is a little bit on the dingy side, I'd say, but it's actually one level, but it looks like kind of 2 levels from the outside, which is quite interesting. And this, I love how they do like the archway at the front of the house. That's really cool. And it's kind of I don't know, this one is like a little bit Mediterranean. It has a fireplace outside, which is quite cool. But yeah, again, the bedrooms are not put in that house, so a little bit of work needs to be done to those houses if you want to move in. And here we've got like a whole sort of street where the houses are pretty similar, like, you know, the outside at least of the houses are done in a very similar way. The inside of their house was decorated more like a base, like not a base game, starter home, but it wasn't actually starter home price, which is interesting. And you know, this house is done quite nicely, fully furnished as well. So yeah, I don't know if you would say that these are Mediterranean sort of style, but across the road we've got like a smaller version. I like the, like, you know, double garage below, but it's not like a super neat double garage. Yeah, I like the way it's got this like bump out part for the garage, so, you know, just a bit more interesting than the typical garages you get. But yeah, that's quite a nice house as well. This one again, I mean, if you love this style of house, you have so many to pick from, so that's really nice. I think I was mentioning before as well what expansion packs this has. I mean, if you had noticed already, there's like not many community lots in this world, and I think that's because most of the expansion packs hadn't released yet, so it definitely doesn't use pets. I mean, I can see a lot of like the base game stuff. I feel like there may be some, like maybe the town life or something like that expansion stuff, but on the whole what I tend to see is the base game stuff. So you have to let me know if you spot things that are from another expansion and you're like, actually no, it definitely has got like Showtime in it or something, but I didn't actually really notice it. I like the little pool in the back of this as well, which, you know, that's also a very nice house. But yeah, I think that's quite an interesting thing, that they can make so many different varieties of houses. You know, they all look really nice, but they only actually use base game things as far as I can tell. So that, you know, that's actually quite a skilled thing to do. And do you know what else I thought to myself earlier? This is nearly a whole 10 years old, this world. It was made in 2014, so, you know, obviously there wasn't many expansions out, I don't think, at that point. But yeah, it's just mad to me that it's been that long, and I've never come across this world before, and I don't know, you know, how common it is, you know, for people to play in this world. But if you already had downloaded it and you've played it before, I don't know if you'd be watching this, because obviously this is just showing you the world, and if you've played in it you already know what it looks like. But yeah, it's just interesting to see how many people haven't come across these, even though they've been out for nearly 10 years. Another like split level staircase in that, which is really nice. Then looking at this road, this one is the Law's house. So again, like I say, I'm not going to look at it, because if you download this world, you'll get to know the, like, you know, the story of the people who live here. I don't want to ruin that for you, because, you know, that gives you just something extra to explore than what I'm showing you today. But you know, at least there's some nice surprises still to come. And yeah, I haven't really looked at any of the houses on that row, because I think they all kind of are the same style. Of course, if you want to, you know, download the world, you'll be able to see them for yourself. But I just think from all the other houses that are made, the other ones are a lot more different to that sort of little area where they all pretty much do look the same. And again, they're doing this like really nice landscaping with the rocks. I really like that. I just turned the lights on in this house because it's a little bit on the dark side, so yeah, that's looking a lot better. I mean, it's actually quite a vibrant house, to be fair. Even like the upstairs, there's sort of like pink woods and green bedding all over the place. It's like, yeah, pretty colourful, that one. And this one's a really nice shape, and I really like the fact that it's got that little you can see a little shed or something in the background. So I think this is a nice sized house. for like quite a big family at least, which is always good to have. I don't know if you like to play Generations and stuff, but you always need so much more room, especially in Sims, because they do always have such an issue getting around stuff. This garden's so nice as well. It's quite like a Zen garden, that one. I don't know if that's what the intention was, but it kind of makes me think of that. Or even a bit of Strange Town with the whole telescope in the back. That might be what makes me think of that. And then there's this house here, which is again a little bit more traditional sort of style. Not much else to say about that, I guess. It's not the biggest house, so but they do have a very nice big pool, and I like the little like water fountain thing at the back. So let's take a look at this house. Quite a nice colour. Oh yeah, it's very dingy again inside. Let's put the lights on. Very nice. Yeah, it's quite a sort of rustic sort of style, I think, inside. The pool's a very interesting shape, but I don't see any pool ladders, interestingly, so I don't know if that's just more for decoration potentially. Then this is belonging to someone, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, we won't have a look at that one then. I think the nice thing is, because I think they only use the base game stuff, if you do have like showtime or late night with like the piano or something, a lot of the houses are on the larger side, so you could easily put a grand piano in one of those houses. Oh, this one has another cute little shed. I do like that. I never really do that for my houses, but I quite like the idea of it now, and I feel like they've made just really nice homes in general across this whole world. I mean, let me know what you think of the houses, but I think like they're all stunning builds. Like, I feel like if I did a speed build of any of these houses, they're all really, really nice. This is on the smaller side, this one, but super cute. I really love this house. I mean, I feel like this is the house that I'd move my family into, because it's just kind of the location overlooking the water. It's just, yeah, really, really, really pretty. But and I don't know, I'm not even that bothered if the house is huge. You can always build on to things, but I do really like that house. This one is also very nice, and I like the way that they've got the telescope inside. And the upstairs is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but that's still fine. And then we'll have a little look at this house over here. I quite like the wraparound porch. The colour of the pool is a little bit questionable. Not sure why they've gone with brown, but each to their own. And then inside, so again, very like sort of modern traditional as well. Oh, there's something about the windows in this build. I don't know, it's like the attic windows, they're so nice. I really love this house. It kind of gives me the vibes of like Sunset Valley Bachelor, but done in a nice way. I don't love the Bachelor's home. Oddly enough, they haven't furnished the upstairs, so that could do with some work, which is a real shame, because the outside of it is like one of my favourites. And then having a look at this house, again, just so much space. Like, every single family member can have their own room. I just don't think that there's many worlds with that many big sized houses, and most of them would have at least a few small houses, but for the most part this world has the bigger houses. And I like all the sort of the different street feels as well. Like, each street is kind of like a different sort of style, but they look like really nice neighbourhoods. I really like the little pond in the back. Like, they're so good at landscaping. Like, I don't know if they've got some sort of landscaping professional, but like they're definitely like quite good at doing that. And then we'll have a little look at the next house. So yeah, this one's quite cute as well. Sorry, I left all the master controller in. They don't have any furnishing in this at the bottom. They've got odd bits and bobs furnished. I don't really know why, but yeah, that's a bit more random. I would like the different colour stone on the outside. That's so cute. That little curtain above the bed. I've never done that before, but I think that actually looks like really nice, like kind of like princess vibes or something. And the pools are nice size as well. Like, you know, they must be like one of the richer families. I always like the end of these like little cul-de-sacs where there's a little roundabout or something. That's done so nicely. And then this house here, again, really good size, and a little bit dingy maybe, but other than that, it's brilliant. This is one of the other families that are already in there. I love how the cars are parked, like, you know, not straight on. It looks kind of funny, like the mum just got back in a rush or something. And then this house is a little bit more on the smaller side for this world anyway. I'm not sure if the doors they use for the back garden there are CC. If they are, I must have that CC because it did load. But yeah, I haven't really noticed any of the CC. So yeah, if you see any, let me know. But I mean, the creator didn't mention anything about CC at all. So, you know, if it does have CC, they haven't said it doesn't, but it's just usually people mention it. And I don't even know if that many people used to download CC back in 2014. So, you know, it would surprise me if it did have much CC, but it's not stood out to me anyway. So this is such a cute house. I don't even know what style this is really, but I love the like yellow. It's like a little barn style garage, and yeah, the yellow wood outside is just so nice. And I liked that like double office it had downstairs, and the upstairs is really nice as well. I like the little sort of area above the stairs. That whole house is just so gorgeous. So yeah, I'd definitely say, you know, that's one to look out for if you download this world. And this house again, it's kind of giving me Strange Town vibes. I think it's with the sand, you know, with the whole desert look, but I really like it. It's obviously a bit more modern style, which is really nice. And then this house, I mean, we are just being transported, aren't we? You know, this is just like Japan. Like, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I guess, do you call them like pagoda style houses or something, where it's like tiered and it goes up like that? It's just absolutely stunning. I don't even know if there's like, you know, any other worlds that are like based around Japan, but if there is, let me know, because I'd love to download them. I mean, I just absolutely love the style of this house. It's so nice. I love any houses with all the cherry blossom and stuff like that. It's really cute. And then this is so nice. It actually goes so well with the location, but it's like a little lodge. I absolutely love it. You know, it's pretty stunning, to be fair. You could get some really nice screenshots if you lived here, I reckon. You could even maybe change it into like a resort if you've got Island Paradise and you've got that expansion to do that with. I guess because, you know, you will have probably more expansions than this person did. You know, when you're placing stuff like the equestrian centre and all that sort of thing, you might have to delete certain lots just because there wouldn't necessarily be the space already. But then, you know, other lots you can transform a little bit into something else because, you know, they obviously didn't have that stuff. This again is a really nice style house. It's like they've done that special thing with like not having a basement but having a basement, because again, that having a basement wasn't introduced until a bit later into Sims, and I can't remember which expansion it came with or if it was with an update, but they've managed to do it without. There is like a way, but it actually is not even that easy to do. This is a nice house. I like the driveway. Like, that's such like a interesting shape to make, and the little bit above the garage, it's quite cute, that is. But oh, this is like kind of retro inside. I mean, the amount of styles this person has been able to make, like, you know, if someone said to me, oh, just using base skate and make all these, I just don't even know if I could. Like, they have taken it all to the next level, which is amazing. And then, yeah, this is another really pretty house, and I like the little sort of like farmhouse style roofing they've done up there as well. It's like so pretty. And then what's this one? Oh, we're nearly at the surprise area. So this isn't furnished that much again. Like, you know, they've gone with definitely a very blue theme, but I don't know why they haven't necessarily furnished all the houses. I mean, it is a lot for one person to do a whole world, so, you know, I'm trying to do it myself, so you know, I know how long it takes, and maybe you just think, well, you know, 90% of it's furnished, so that'll do. I don't know, and that might be what they're thinking, or they might just say, well, you know what, you can just be creative and have an opportunity to do something yourself, really. So I've gone into the town mode because I want to show you what this area is. This surprise area is Wisteria Lane, and if you don't know what Wisteria Lane is from, it's from Desperate Housewives, and it's just so unexpected, so cool that they've got this in the world. I mean, it took me like a while. Like, I looked at it and looked at it again, and I was like, hang on a minute, but I just love that it is there, and even though they haven't created the actual Desperate Housewives characters, you know, and when we go through it, you'll see they haven't furnished all the houses. I still think the fact that they're there, and, you know, for the most part, you can actually really kind of tell which house belongs to who, and I absolutely love it, you know. And the whole thing with Wisteria Lane is they're all got this like panelling style, you know, on the outside of the houses with the different colours, so you can kind of recognise whose is whose, and I just think that it's so clever, and I just absolutely love that they put it in, because remember, at the top part of the like city area, they put the Friends building, and I just think they've done loads of nods to, like, obviously, you know, I'm guessing their favourite TV series and stuff, you know, so I think that's just so cute. And if you have in the past made the Desperate Housewives characters, you know, you could easily put them in here. Like, it's just like such an incredible like little extra that I wasn't expecting. It's not even in the description, so it's just, yeah, a really nice surprise that they've done that, and you know, they did it so well, because it really does, like, when you're walking down that street, it feels like the actual street, so it's really well done. And yeah, I think you probably, like I say, can tell whose house is who. This one didn't have a drive, but I can tell that this one is meant to be Bree's house, because it's got the little kitchen area and in the like extra bit of the home, because in Desperate Housewives she obviously like has her little cooking station and like films stuff, and, you know, does things for her cookbook, so I thought it was really nice that they put that in, because I could tell that was who that was meant to be. And then upstairs in this one they didn't furnish it. I'm not sure whose house that one was like, but yeah, there's bits and bobs that aren't furnished necessarily, like I say. And I think this one was probably meant to be Edie's house, maybe. Oh no, actually, you know what, it's Edie's house is the pink house. That's definitely Edie. But yeah, that one's really nice. I think this one is also not furnished, but you know, if you want to do that, that's an option. It's just, yeah, I would have preferred it if all of the houses were furnished, to be honest, because if I want to furnish stuff myself, I can always delete stuff, but it's just that when you know other random Sims are moving into your town, you know they might end up with an unfurnished house, which isn't the best. And then this house, I think this one's meant to be, what's she called? Oh, Lynette, that's her name. Sorry, it's been quite a while since I actually watched Desperate Housewives, but back in the day, I did love it. And then I can't remember who this one is meant to belong to. Maybe like Zach, because the woman at the start, she dies, doesn't she? And then her son and her husband live together, but I honestly cannot remember them that well. And then there's just this house at the end as well, which again is very, very pretty, and the little playroom at the back is so cute. I love that. And then again, some of the upstairs isn't furnished, but that is everything. That's all I have to show you. And let me know what you think. I absolutely love this world. It could have more community lots, but I do think it's amazing, all the things they've put in it. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye.